Doodly-doo. Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. Good afternoon, not good good morning, not good evening like I usually say, because we're streaming quite earlier than usual because the Nindies is upon us. Going to be starting in just over 10 minutes from now. I thought I would make sure I get plenty of time this time around so we don't like rush into it at the last minute or like into -1 minute because the last fucking time I kind of fumbled a little bit trying to get things started. So I'll just wait a couple minutes just to see if anyone comes in, and then we'll quickly talk about what I think might be at the Nindies. Not that there's a whole lot you can predict with independent games, but there are some stuff we know about of which I would like to see information on the Switch for. And then the rest is basically just a bonus. So yeah. You know, I kind of made a mistake with when the Nindies started. I thought it would start at 5 PM in the UK. It was actually 4 PM. So it's going to be starting in about 12-13 minutes from now. So rather than spend an hour and a half talking about what I thought of the Direct, not Direct, the Nindies presentation, it's different. Rather than spend a big bulk of time doing that, because Sea of Thieves we're not doing till 6 PM, I'm going to do some Kirby Star Allies in between to kind of bridge the gap. It's either that or stop the stream and then come back in an hour, but kind of don't want to do that. I think see, I've had my dinner and everything nice and early just so that I had that out of the way and I've got the energy to go through a several hour stream. So I am good. If you remember, this was the screen we used the last time, only we've made some changes. So I just changed the logo, I put a Shovel Knight in the front there just because that pertains to indie development or indie games. Oh yeah, I did check the Xbox. It did download Sea of Thieves. Like, I downloaded it last night and then I went to sleep. Woke up today, checked it, it was done. It's only 10 gigabytes, not even that, like 9.5 gigabytes, so it's pretty small. It's kinda sad when you look at a game size and you consider 10 gigabytes small. Like, fucking recently I signed up for Xbox Game Pass and downloaded I think it was WWE. I'm not really a WWE game person, but I thought it would be fun to try out for the customization. And it's fucking 50 gigabytes. And as you know, my internet is not really equipped for downloading games of that magnitude, so it took me like a day and a half to download that. So yeah, that was kind of annoying. Really, like, games get bigger and bigger, but Nintendo are like one of the few companies who are really good at like basically compressing and making their games very small or relatively small. Like Breath of the Wild was 13 gigs. Right, so we're about 10 minutes away, so I guess I will start this little thing here. Now, I've actually put together a little slideshow thing just to make things easier. The last time it was not quite as easy. So I'll tell you what I think might be at the presentation. Yeah, I was about to say Direct. I'll tell you what I think will be happening. I'm not going to sound very professional. So Travis Strikes Back, technically an indie development game because it was revealed at the Nindies last year. I think we're going to get a little bit more information. No release date. I don't think that's coming out till the end of the year. I haven't been on for long, MSP. I've only been on for about 6 minutes. Oh, you won't be here for long? Right, okay then. Well, feel free to tune in later when we do Sea of Thieves, if you have the time for it, of course. So, Travis Strikes Back, more info and gameplay elements. Now, here's the thing, the Nintendo Direct had so much to talk about, they didn't really, like, they shown gameplay, of course, but they didn't really... Say like Mario Tennis Aces, they shown like the in-game mechanics and like how things work. I would kind of like to see a quick overview of how the in-game mechanics work in this game, because it looks quite different from the other No More Heroes. I'm looking forward to it. Like, I do love the first two games, and I think this might be a pretty good game. It will be a bit different from the other two, but I'm not too bothered with that. Some people seem to think that it looks terrible. I don't really see that. Can't really judge it based off of really quick cut clips from a direct. So next up, Undertale. We got this confirmed during the recent direct. I think we might see a release date for it at some point. I'm not sure when. If I had to guess, maybe around May or June. I don't think it'll come out any sooner than that. Now, I don't think this is a prediction, but what if they had an amiibo for Undertale? That would be pretty fucking cool. I mean, we've got a Shovel Knight amiibo, so we're about, like, Sans or something. Morphe's Law, this was a game that was supposed to come out last year. Oh, fucking hell, Discord. Yeah, Discord's being awkward again. Just a sec. Right, so Morphe's Law, this was that weird indie shooter game where it was like, it's like a group of 4v4, you shoot each other and the body parts that you shoot become smaller, I think, or bigger, and then other body parts like shrink or grow, it's kind of hard to explain, but they did talk about it a long time ago, and I think it was supposed to come out late last year, but it got pushed back, so I'm thinking we're going to get a release date for it, maybe next month or May. That's kind of where I'm thinking that's coming out. Because we've heard virtually nothing of it since. It looks pretty cool. I'm kind of interested in Morphe's Law, so I'm hoping to hear some of that today. Hollow Knight. I've not played Hollow Knight. I'm waiting for the Switch version. Really hoping that comes out. Someone entertained the idea that it might be released after the direct or presentation. I'm going to say direct a lot. I apologise. But I do think, if not today, it's probably going to come out very soon, like in the next few weeks. Like, I think it's going to be a very nearby release, this one. And finally, the one that I want the most right now. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this is the one. Pocket Rumble. This was supposed to come out March last year, and it fucking disappeared off the radar for a long time. Nobody knows where it is right now. Like, the game is on Steam, but it's not on Switch. If you don't know what Pocket Rumble is, it's kind of like, it's a fighting game, but it's got online, and it's got like cool little, the graphics look kind of like a Neo Geo Pocket Color fighter, so it looks really neat and unique in that regard, and I think it's got like indie cameos as well. Like, I think it's got Dust from Dust and Elysian Tale, which is neat, and I think it's got a couple others in there. And very lastly, we'll just do this quick. This is the big one, Shovel Knight's King Knight DLC release date. I'm totally expecting this to happen because I think we're coming up to that time where the game or the expansion will be released very soon. So I'm kind of guessing May. I don't think it's coming out sooner than that. If it comes out next month, even better. But I do honestly expect that we're due for an announcement for that at this presentation. They'll probably also announce the release date for the amiibos, which will probably come out around the same time. To be honest, like, it kind of makes sense to bring them all out at once. If not, it will be somewhere around that release date. I don't have to worry about getting the amiibo triple pack, like I've got that pre-ordered already. It's just a matter of when it's coming out. So that's more or less everything that I've got predicted here. Anything on top of this is purely a bonus, and I think there's going to be some good announcements today. I don't know how long the presentation is. I don't think Nintendo said. Maybe it's 15-20 minutes, might be a bit more than that. I'm going to turn on the thing now so that we can... It won't actually start. I mean, it won't start for another few minutes, but we can turn the stream on right now. There we go. Now, because I'm tethering, I'm going to have to set the quality to 480p, so it might look a little bit blurry on the recording version of this, but we're more or less ready to go. Yeah, Hollow Knight looks kinda cool. I've seen tidbits of the game. It's like a Metroidvania style thing, where you play as like a... I don't even know what you play as. It looks like a little bug with a mask on. It's kinda neat. So yeah, a few minutes and we are good to go. At least this time I actually made sure to get plenty of time to start, and I think the audio was good as well. Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, I need to move that mouse. I need to stop the mouse capture because that's going to get in the way. Hang on a sec. Can do that real quick before this begins. Properties. Oh, we can't get rid of that. Right, well, I'll just try not to hover the mouse over there as best as I can. So, are you guys hoping for anything in this direct? Yep, I'm gonna keep saying direct till the end of time. Are you guys hoping for anything for this? Whatchamacallit? Testing. Hang on a sec, just testing the audio real quick. Okay, we're good. If there's any audio issues, like the presentation's not playing any audio, please let me know and I'll try to fix that as quickly as possible, but it should be working the second it starts. Can't think of much to say right now, just kinda waiting for this to begin. So, as of right now, you're hoping for some Pokemon info, but also Smash info? No, this isn't. Let me explain. It's not really a presentation for Nintendo games, it's for indie games. That's why it's called Nindies, like Nintendo Indies. So it's not like the big games by Nintendo themselves, it's like by smaller companies, so Shovel Knight, Hollow Knight, like smaller games that are made by smaller teams. So yeah, it's not really going to be Pokemon or Smash. Do you know what would be funny though? Like, because Sakurai likes to surprise people, what if he just like put a Smash trailer in the middle of the Nindies and caught people completely off guard? I don't think that would ever happen, but that would be kind of funny. Like, imagine if they announced the Shovel Knight DLC, and it was like, oh, we've got one more trailer for Shovel Knight, have a look, and it's like Shovel Knight and Smash. That's just purely hypothetically speaking. I don't think that would ever be the case. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I'm not even 99.9%, I'm 100% sure that would never happen, ever. But it would be funny. Let's see. It's about to start, less than a minute to go. But yeah, I'm just waiting for it. You'll see the mouse. You'll see the mouse hovering a little bit, just because I'm kind of making sure that I've got this on the volume ready to start. What's the exact time right now? Oh, we're coming up to. There we go. Right on time. Let me just make sure the volume is correct. Right, here we go. Nintendo plus Indies. The Nintendo Nindies showcase. I'll try not to talk too much.
Hey folks, Damon Baker of the Publisher and Developer Relations team here at Nintendo of America. It's hard to believe that it was only a year ago that I was out here telling you all about the amazing games we had lined up for the launch of Nintendo Switch. Now I won't get all wistful on you, but I do want to thank all of our Nindies, the content partners who made this last year one to remember. What started as a community has grown into a family, supported by the shared passion between independent developers, their games, and the fans who have embraced them. And I'm happy to say that the family continues to grow in 2018 and beyond. So,
the indies have really fucking helped the Switch in the first year, I've got to say.
This one might creep up on you.
Hi there. What's this? This looks like a new game. Mark of the Ninja Remastered. I think I've heard of this game, but I've never played it.
Acclaimed stealth platformer is back and slicker than ever. Mark of the Ninja Remastered will show you what it truly means to be a ninja. Don't let this modern classic sneak by when it launches on Nintendo Switch this fall.
It's alright. Might look into that.
And speaking of sneaking in, I should probably introduce the crazy uncle of our
Fucking
department
hell.
and the head of indie relations, Kirk Scott.
That's
So,
going to be a
why don't you
fucking
tell him a
meme
little bit
gif
about
right
yourself?
there.
Thanks, Damon. Well, I enjoy candlelight lunches, short walks on the beach, and amazing independent games.
That's enough. Let's just get to the next game.
Oh yeah, I wonder if they're going to talk about Little
When
Nightmares.
fantasy meets martial arts, anything can become a weapon. And in Sterling Games' new fighting game, Fantasy Strike, this rule applies to the wind, fire, ghosts, gambling, paint, even time itself. Whether
This
you
looks
face
kinda
the
cool.
fight alone, in local multiplayer, or online, you can enjoy
Oh,
the
nice, it's got
nuanced
online.
mechanics of a deep fighter with simple combos and easy to perform special moves, shifting the focus from memorization to pure strategy. Pass a single Joy-Con controller.
Oh, that's
and
kinda
keep it
cool.
on
Colour me
anywhere
interested.
with
I kinda
Fantasy
like
Strike
that.
comes to Nintendo Switch this summer.
Fantasy Strike. Let's
Ever
have
heard
Pocket
of a
Rumble,
musical
please.
bullet hell game? Neither have we. And that's why we're crazy about Berserk Studios' Just Shapes and Beats, a kinetic frenzy of deadly shapes set to rad beats from more than 20 chiptune artists. You can face the music solo or with up to 3 friends in local.
It's a little bit
or online
psychedelic, that one.
And this just in, there's also a full story mode you can take on alone or with your friends. Just Shapes and Beats launches first on Nintendo Switch this summer.
Timed exclusive, nice.
Nice. Well, this next game will get your heart beating in a different way. Tiny Build Games is lifting the door on Garage, a top-down shooter inspired by the gloriously gory VHS era of B-movies. I'm talking stuff we can't even show you in this video. As you solve the mystery of a gritty underworld, you'll slay hordes of living dead and tentatively living mutants. Along the way, you'll collect new weapons that can hopefully keep you alive long enough to see the light. Play Garage first on Nintendo Switch when it launches like a rocket.
That
this
looks
spring.
interesting. Twin stick shooter.
You know, that looks exactly like my garage. It could use a pool table, though.
Luckily, I've got just the thing. Adult Swim Games and Wreck 'em have joined creative forces to bring us a world where everything from jungles to deserts to cities is one giant cartoon game of pool. Of course, sinking the 8-ball is the ultimate goal, but how will you fare as a clueless cue ball, fending off quirky characters like biker balls, ballerina balls, and more? Man, it's weird and crazy.
That was
in a
kinda cool,
really,
actually.
Really fun way.
I'm gonna be
There
be
are more
fucking
than
saying that a
100
lot
levels to
today.
conquer and local multiplayer for up to 4 players.
Adult Swim
Be
is
there
really
when
good
it
at
launches
like their
first
games. Like
as
they've
a
got a pretty
system
good track
exclusive
record
for
of
the
published
Nintendo
games.
Switch later this year.
So that's kind of cool to see
If
that
you're
coming
like
to
me,
Switch.
you like your chicken served up nitrate-free and your bomb chicken served up by the good people at Nitrome. They describe this beauty as a chicken platformer, combining action, puzzles, and arcade goodness into one explosively fun game. Lay bombs to escape tricky situations, lay stacks to reach up high, and start a fire to discover secret areas, or just to watch the world burn. Only you can discover the secret behind fast food giant BFC's signature blue hot sauce. And Bomb Chicken launches first on Nintendo Switch
Okay then,
this summer.
that was neat. I'm gonna try not to say that was cool.
I'm extremely pumped to announce Luminous Remastered, an HD remake of the critically acclaimed puzzle game from Enhanced Games, led by Res visionary Tetsuya Mizuguchi.
Wasn't this
A
on
bombastic
PSP?
harmony of
This
light,
game?
sound, and intense puzzle action make this
I've
game
never
as
played it.
unforgettable to play alone as it is with a friend in local multiplayer. Dig on them techno beats, which are being carefully designed to work with the HD Rumble feature to highlight not only the beats of the music, but the actions you take during gameplay. Luminous Remastered drops into the Nintendo eShop this spring.
I like how quickly they are going through with all of
Kings
these.
and Queens from Nereal and Devolver Digital, you're a monarch of the modern age. That means you faced a seemingly never-ending series of requests from peasants, allies, and enemies.
Is this fucking
The word
Papers,
may be
Please,
law,
but a
what
different
happens when your choices
kind of
threaten
Papers,
balance
Please?
between influential factions? Your only option is to outwit and outlast those who would seek to overthrow you and your family in this compilation of Reigns and Reigns Her Majesty. For the first time, you can enjoy local co-op decision-making exclusively on Nintendo Switch when Reigns, Kings and Queens rises to power.
I don't know
this
why I thought that was Papers. Well, it wasn't Papers, Please, but I don't know why I thought it was similar to it.
Is that
It was just the
thing?
interface, I think.
It seems to react to the boy's presence. Boy should be cautious.
best hardcore game. Expands the platforming genre. So it looks like you kind of create platforms to sort of do platforming and like what you call it, parkour stuff. It does look difficult. I'm not always one for difficult games, but I appreciate the fact that they're making games like this.
To the forgotten world of Numbra, where you'll uncover your mysterious past and hopefully save its inhabitants from imminent threat.
I heard that Celeste is really fucking difficult as well, but it's also really, really good. I've not bought Celeste. Not yet, anyway.
Bishop Games was kind enough to let us reveal a world debut, Speedrun Mode, which allows you to race against your friends or even the fastest players in the world. Develop your skills and see how high you can place on the online leaderboards.
That's assuming I can even beat the game.
Nintendo Switch this spring.
Okay, partner, giddy up, because I'm right behind you with another great game. West of Loathing from Asymmetric. There's nothing quite like a slapstick comedy, stick figure, Wild West RPG adventure, am I right? As you explore the sprawling open world as one of 3 character classes, you'll wrestle up a heap of danger, quests, and puzzles, not to mention jokes, goofs, gags, and mysteries to solve too. And
I like the fucking goofy walking animation.
Turn-based combat, more than 50 hats to collect, and liberal use of Oxford commas. Laugh yourself to tears this spring when West of Loathing launches as a system exclusive on Nintendo Switch. Puda is a co-op exploration puzzle game from Henchman and Goon. It's about 2 unlikely travel companions going on an adventure within a mysterious mountain. Through their unique individual talents, they reveal a magical world within the mountain by working together.
Puda is inspired by Norwegian art and culture, resulting in a stunning story environment. The game works well as a single player also, but it's nice to soak in the relaxing atmosphere with a friend or family member by playing with the 2 Joy-Con controllers included in a single system.
Piece together the secret history of the mountain when
A Way Out would have been a pretty good game on Switch, but it's published by EA, so
some of you may have been following a little game called The Messenger. And last you saw, Sabotage hinted that there may be more to this platformer than old-school 8-bit goodness. Well, The Messenger hinges on an amazing feature.
This looks like Ninja Gaiden.
Transformed from an 8-bit platformer into a gloriously rendered 16-bit time-traveling adventure.
Oh, that's cool.
This cursed land as a young ninja on a mission to deliver a scroll paramount to his clan's survival. On your quest, you'll find upgrades, new abilities, hidden levels, and a plethora of great speedrunning opportunities when The Messenger comes to Nintendo Switch this summer. Okay,
I'll probably pick that one up. That looks fun. Difficult, but I like the graphics. It looks really nice.
The developers at Plausible Concept and publisher Raw Fury are about to pitch you against a Viking horde. So arm your troops, shore up your defenses, protect your citizens, inspire their loyalty, and you may live to see peace again. In this real-time tactics roguelike game, each commander you lose is gone forever. Lose everything, and it's game over.
I can't really talk too much about this one because I'm not really one for RTS or real-time strategy games, so yeah, don't really have anything to say about that.
Announcement of the day. And it is with great pleasure that I confirm that Banner Saga 3 is headed to Nintendo Switch.
Okay then.
The epic conclusion to Stoic's award-winning trilogy of mature, story-driven role-playing games, players will need to brace themselves for more tough battles, difficult choices, and tragic losses when Banner Saga 3 releases this summer on Nintendo Switch.
I didn't even know Banner Saga 3 was a thing.
What if you haven't played the first 2 games before?
I can also confirm that Banner Saga 1 and 2 are coming soon to Nintendo Switch.
Oh, that's cool.
And your personal story, progress, and choices from the first 2 games will also carry over. So think strategically, otherwise you may be mourning a favorite character forever.
Well, folks, that's a wrap. From all of us at Nintendo, we'd like to thank our Nindy partners for continuing to support the growing library of amazing third-party games
Shovel Knight,
on Nintendo.
Please.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Just one more. Okay then. That was a bit shorter than I thought. I thought it was going to be like 20 minutes. Was it 20 minutes? Hang on. Yeah, it was only like 11 minutes. been a decent showing of games. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff to look forward to, so yeah. Slightly disappointed no Shovel Knight, because I was kind of hoping for a release date on the Shovel Knight King Knight expansion. So I'm not sure if they're going to like announce that later on at some point. It's usually around spring that the expansions come out, isn't it? Spring going into summer. So yeah, kind of a bit shorter than I had anticipated, but that's okay, we can talk about it, I guess. Real quick. Hang on a sec. I'm looking at the fucking YouTube chat of the presentation itself, and a lot of people are upset at certain things. Like, one person was like, why no Pocket Rumble? Yeah, totally. So I guess we'll quickly go over what we saw. I'm going to try to be as quickly as possible with this. I'm going to reduce the bit rate on this just so we can skim through it faster without buffering. I've never played Mark of the Ninja. Is it good? Does anyone know if that's a good game? I'm assuming it's decent. So Mark of the... oh yeah. Hang on a second.
And speaking of sneaking in...
yeah, that has to be a meme now. Come on. Why don't we... hang on. Set the speed to... I love YouTube. You can set the speed to the video now.
And speaking of sneaking in...
I just get fucking easily amused with shit like that. Right, so... let me just quickly go over the next thing. This is probably the thing I'm most interested in right now, because it looks really fucking good. Okay, it kind of looks like Marvel vs. Capcom, but with like elements and like you can slow down time and shit. That looks fucking awesome. And this is an indie game, this isn't made by Capcom or anything. It looks like a Capcom fighter, but it's not. So yeah, I'm definitely... what was this game called again? Fantasy Strikers? I think I'm going to be picking this one up. Yeah, sorry if the picture looks a bit shitty right now. I've set it down to 240p just so that we can load it faster. Yeah, here we go, Fantasy Strike. That looks fucking brilliant. Like, I'm waiting for Pocket Rumble, but this is something I'm going to get. I'm not really one for rhythm games with like these kind of visuals. Like, it kind of reminds me of Super Hexagon, which is a game I've never really gotten into, but I know that some people will enjoy games like this. Just shapes and beats. Twin stick shooter with a bit of a survival horror vibe. That looks okay. I'm not sure if that's going to be for me, but I'm sure other people will really like a game like that. Garage, it's called. Now this one looks interesting. It's like fantasy pool, sort of. It's like very bizarre looking game of pool. I don't remember the name of it though, but it's published by Adult Swim, and they've had a pretty good track record of publishing indie games. Like, almost everything they put out is pretty good. Pool Panic. I'll probably look into that. I do like pool in general, but that's like a pretty fun one. Pretty fun idea. The chicken, like, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Neither, it was the bomb. So yeah, you get to lay bombs for like puzzle platforming sort of stuff. I like the graphics in this one. You can kind of see that you can stack the bombs as well to give you more platform, like a greater height to like move off of, like jump off of. Some chicken, oh, bomb chicken, sorry. So I thought I said some chicken. Either title would have been fine. Does anyone know if this was a PSP game? Because I thought it was, I'm not entirely sure. I've never played it. But the name kind of strikes me as... I think it was a PSP puzzler at first. Also, hi Mist and Wertum. Yeah, long time no see. I'm just going over what we just saw during that Nindies and just telling you what I think about it. This one I really can't tell you. I don't think this is for me. It's like a visual novel thing, but you have to choose yes or no. It's kind of like one of those... what do you call those things? Those books where you make a choice and then you go to a different page. It's kind of like that, where it has like branching different story paths and stuff. That one's called Reigns. Probably not for me, but that's something I'm sure others will also enjoy. And this is like that. Fuck, what was this one called again? Do you guys remember? Lightfall? Kinda looks like Celeste, in the sense that it's like a really difficult 2D platformer. I might look into it. I've already bought like a shit ton of indie games for the past 12 months on the Switch, so I'm probably going to be buying a lot of stuff that they've shown in the presentation today. This one looks a little bit goofy, but I kinda like it. West of Loathing. They had See, here's an interesting thing with Switch games. If it's timed exclusive, they say it's timed exclusive, but for this one, they said it was console exclusive. So I'm guessing it's only going to be exclusive to the Switch and not coming out for other consoles. Like, listen.
Collect and liberal use of Oxford Commons. Laugh yourself to tears this spring when West of Loathing launches as a system exclusive.
Yeah, system exclusive is what they said, so that's kind of interesting. Don't think any other games is system exclusive, but just timed exclusive if anything. Kinda hard to gauge this one unless I play it, but it looks interesting. A lot of the indie games here look interesting, so forgive me if I keep saying that. Pods or Pody? Pody? Now, besides Fantasy Strike, this one has really grabbed my attention. This ninja game, it kind of looks like Ninja Gaiden, but you can switch between 8 and 16-bit. I kind of like this. It looks like it would be really fun. Not sure if it would be as difficult as Ninja Gaiden, but I don't think it will be. Like, I think it'll still be a challenge. When you switch between the two dimensions, it also alters the level as well, which is kind of neat. That's called The Messenger, coming out summer. This is like an RTS. I'm afraid I can't really talk about that one, but I'm sure that will appease some people who want an RTS on Switch. And then the Banner Sagas 1, 2, and 3 coming to Switch, which is cool. Again, never played them, so I can't really say one way or the other. So yeah, that was a bit of a shorter presentation than I initially expected, but that's okay, at least there's a bunch of good announcements in there. Nothing I was hoping for. Like, this is what I fucking was hoping to hear about. If you missed this earlier. Travis Strikes Back, we didn't get anything there. I mean, we got the Direct recently, but I was hoping for a little bit more information. Undertale, we didn't get a release date for that. No Murphy's Law release date, no Hollow Knight, no Pocket Rumble, which continues to go missing. And no Shovel Knight information. So I'm wondering what's going on with all that stuff. Hopefully we hear about that very soon. Maybe some of that stuff will be relegated to like a press release or something, who knows. Not gonna lie, like, yeah, the games they showed were pretty good, but I was a bit disappointed by the length of the presentation. Like, it was 11 minutes, I believe. And I think the Nindies presentation they did last year was like 25 to 30 minutes, so they had a lot more to show that time around. But whatever. It's not going to... yeah, it's not really going to be something that'll make me too upset. At least there's a bunch of good games coming.